Who's calling? Hello? Oh, boss. Hey, what's going on? I'm down here in the dungeon taking a nap. Yeah, below the Colombo mausoleum. No, I had this week off. I am not doing the wake. It was Doc's week. Oh, really? Part of my contract. Where in my contract do I see a bunch of zeros? Oh, I mean with like a number and yeah, all zeros. All right. Well, looks like I'll do the wake. Greetings, warriors. Welcome to the wake. I thought I was off this week, but did you guys get a chance to see the doc do Tales from the Crypt? What a great movie. And Doc likes doing the movies that have like the little vignettes in it, right? Which is actually, I like that too because it reminds me of like a Twilight Zone kind of thing where you get a bunch of stories put in when they had the Twilight Zone movies. This one, Tales from the Crypt. Now, it's like the Tales from the Crypt that we grew up with in the like 80s and 90s, right? This is sort of like its bastard grandson or grandfather kind of thing. But same premise, bunch of little vignettes, right? Joan Collins, back when she was a hottie back in the day, right? Peter Cushing, look at him. I mean, staple of science fiction, right? And that last vignette, creepy, you know what I'm saying? But so the doc had a blast doing it, right? What we do is, I had Alligator the week prior, and then he had this one, Tales from the Crypt, right? And then what we're doing actually this Friday, we actually both of us are off, so there's gonna be no Cemetery Cinema on Friday. I believe it's going to be the hockey team, but I'm not 100% sure. But Offbeat Cinema will be on at 10, whatever they have on you know. But the week after that, okay, so it'll be February 7th, right? We have another um uh, another compilation one with a lot of vignettes, and you're gonna love this one, right? It's like Ezra and Gore Girl. Now, the premise behind it, and I just literally did my prep work for it the other day, right? It's this lady, she's cleaning out her parents' house, and she finds this videotape. And it's a videotape of this late night horror show called the 4 a.m. Freaky Film Fest or something, right? And it stars this lady Ezra, right? Who's sort of like a vamp, Vampira, Elvira, Stella kind of like person who's really a bitch, right? And then she has this sidekick called Girl Girl, and she treats her like crap. You think it's part of the show where she treats her like crap, but in real life, she treats her like crap. That's actually their relationship. And they show all these vignettes of all these movies, and some of them are like 3 minutes, some are like 10, right? And as all the people from the movie Grotesque, it's from that production company up there in Canada, right? So you have, if you remember Grotesque, you remember the girl, right? The one who went crazy, right? She's in it, the redhead, right? And then if you remember her boss, right, who's the one that actually set her off, right? She's in it, and they're both in a bunch of the vignettes. One, right, the crazy ass boss, she's in one called Soccer Mom. You're gonna love it, okay? It's uber creepy, right? Then they have another one, and it's like it's um somebody's portrait, sort of like a portrait of Dorian Gray, kind of like vibe to it. That's really good. and it's just there's another one where like, it's a family. If I tell you the tag for that, you're going to understand it. But it's really cool, and I think there's like 12 different movies within it. Then there's a wraparound story, right? Because you have, Ezra and then Gore Girl, right? And then, what happens in their relationship. And then the wraparound story, right? Ooh, somebody's here. The wraparound story goes back to the lady who finds a videotape in her house and how it all weaves in at the end. You guys are really going to enjoy it. Actually, it's one of those that like I usually watch them twice, right? Watch them to watch it, and then after I watch it, I take my notes on it, right? This one I actually watched 3 times because I enjoyed it so much. You guys are going to have a blast. And then the week after that, Valentine's Day, we have a Little Shop of Horrors, right? What I can't tell you how much I love that movie, right? The original, right? Black and white Little Shop of Horrors, right? And it's got Jack Nicholson's in it as the patient at the dentist office. You'll get a kick out of him. You're like, I know that face looks familiar, right? And then he has the crazy ass Jack Nicholson piece that he always does, right? At the end of it, you'll love that, right? And then this other fella who you know from a million shows, whose name escapes me. He's the guy that likes to eat the flowers, and he's in it. That's really good. I enjoyed him. He was really funny. And then just the whole presence, right, of Audrey, and then Audrey the plant, and all the craziness. It's a really, 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 really low budget Roger Corman movie. Back when Roger Corman could make like 15 films in like a year and a half. I mean, the guy could squeeze a penny so hard Lincoln would scream, if you know what I mean, right? Kids, you know what pennies are? They're actually, it's cash. It's the little, never mind. Anyway, but you'll get a kick out of that. And then like we have so many good movies coming up. At the end of February and in March, you guys are going to love everything we have out there. And the Doc and I, we're actually getting together. We were supposed to get together this past week, and our schedules got goofed up, right? But we're going to get together this week on Thursday, and we're going to do all the movies for February and March, right? And then we're going to have some ideas because we have an appearance coming up in, I think, at the end of April, beginning of May. So we're going to try to get our stuff together for that and things like that. And we have a boatload of independent movies, right? Now, the boss made an agreement with a couple of independent movie companies. We have a bunch of ones that directors and stuff gave us access to from last year, right? That we're actually going to put together for you guys, right? And I'm really looking forward to that. And then after that, who knows? We're going to hit our anniversary in June. Oh my God, we're like over. I think we're going to be like 40 some shows, right? I mean, God, in 7 months. Thank you very much. All right. So, what can I say, right? This is the Mad Darbarian. I got to get going, right? I got to get back to my nap down here in the dungeon. And then, later on, I got to go out and do some stuff like take care of the headstones, right? Pick up all these kids these days, right? We got a little stream that runs through the middle of the graveyard, right? And what do these kids do? They take their beer and they throw it in the stream so it stays cold, which is actually kind of a good idea. They must have been Viking scouts at one time. But anyway, then they hang out and they party, right? So, right, clean up after yourselves. But no, right? They leave the cans everywhere. So who got to clean it up? This guy, right? So, I got all that to do. Now, what I do is I got the hounds now, right? So the Doc and I, when we hear the kids back there, we let the dogs go out, right? And they chase the kids away. And then we get like, a couple 6-packs of beer. Now, granted, it's like Natty Light, Old Bohemian, Schmidt, because they can't make it Schmitz anymore because somebody owns the copyright for Schmitz with the S. So now it's just Schmidt. Anyway, but it's like crappy kid beer. What are you going to do, right? But it's free. So, talk to you guys later. I've been rambling on, and Mad Darbarian, I'm OUT. See ya.